And there we go. We are live. Hello, everyone. How is it going? All right. The internet has been notified that I am streaming, so it is time to go. Ooh. All right. Starting off strong. All right. We are here. I'll wait a few minutes. I'm playing red white tonight. Jamie, actually I don't know his last name. He's a UK player. He's been playing D&T for quite a while. He got second in the Saturday challenge with red white. Almost his exact list. I only changed a couple things about it. And XJ Cloud played red white on his stream on Tuesday because of that. So I'm following in their footsteps. I've played very little red white. Historically, even when it was probably the better choice to be playing back in the Psychic Prog era. But you know, I want to give it a shot. It's actually what I have sleeved up in my deck box right now. Next time I end up getting out to an FNM, I fully intend to play red white just because, you know, I have all the cards for it. I might as well play it. The only change I made from like two changes, I guess, that I made from Jamie's list is Jamie and I guess XJ Cloud to start with played only 2 Prismatic Vistas with 4, I guess a total of 12 fetch lands, mostly because of the strength of the Surveil lands. I'm a big baby and just really like basics, so I switched over to my preferred Vista configuration. And the only other difference is JR was mentioning how he wasn't totally sure if you need a whole 3 Magus of the Moons in your deck right now, given how few like really good Magus matchups there are out there right now. And I kind of saw where he was coming from, so I cut one of the Magus for a second pre-war formal wear because formal wear is really good in this version of the deck. So so yeah, that's about it. The only other thing I was like maybe thinking of was trying to find room for a second Witch Enchanter like I have in my current black-white list. But I decided to not think about that too hard. Because one notable thing is that having this many Pyroblasts does really help in the show and tell matchups. So we are doing Boros gaming today. It just felt like I was inspired this week between Jamie's finals appearance in the challenge and then JR playing it on Tuesday. So I figured, hey, why not? And yep, Thalia is in the list. Yeah, here we are. I have played red white, I think, once or twice before on stream. It didn't quite capture me very much at the time, but hey, I'll try it out now. Why not? Excuse me. So we will wait a few minutes for people to arrive, and then it will be gaming time. I am really excited to play with Chainsaw. I'm excited to play with Broadside Bombardiers. Hope it'll be a fun night. I will go ahead and pay for my entry. There we go. I'm going to be running a giveaway for play points thanks to Daybreak Games after the second round tonight. So if you are currently in chat paying attention, please hold me to that. Make sure that I don't forget to do it. And yeah, that's about it. I think that's about all there is to say. Yeah. I'll go ahead and hop into it. Interesting hand. It's very heavy on 3-drops. That is notably kind of part of the deck. It's at least a turn 2 Thalia on the play. We can surveil on turn 1 if we need to. I'll try it. I would feel better about it if this plateau were a basic. Or something that could be a basic, like another fetch land, but we'll see what happens. A turn 1 Undercity Sewers. Interesting. And they keep it on top. Yeah, I think I want to make sure I hit my third land, so I'll surveil here. I feel like Undercity Sewers is not likely to be that good. Or not likely to be a good Mon matchup, in addition to the fact that I really want to hit my lands. Oops. So used to holding W to make white mana, but red has precedence over white for some reason. I'm not totally sure why. It's just getting dazed, maybe? It's getting forced. Force pitching a Stifle. Interesting. Is this could be tempo with Stifle? That's a possibility. Rats. Whew. Never didn't have it. It's okay. It's fine. My hand all does the same thing. The Skyclave is probably the most valuable card for them to take, if I had to guess. One of the Bombas. Okay. No, thank you. Okay, that's like 6 of the 3-drops in my deck. Okay. If I'm not going to draw a land, that's probably the card that I want the most. So... digging for a force on this, maybe? Yeah, all right. Force pitcher Tameo. Nethergoyf is fine. Come on. The 7th 3-drop. At least they didn't have a wasteland. There we go. I'm gonna start with a Skyclave, I guess. Oh, right. I need to actually tap these for white. There we go. Jippy Gata? Thank you for the follow. How's it going? Is this a hard cast days? Sure. I think I'm gonna get a Solitude here, probably. Let's go ahead and use one. I'm getting pretty low on life, so. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll play that. They can't really attack anymore. All right, sure. I'm just gonna chump with this token, I think. Yeah. I have a couple options next turn. I have one option. I'm getting Murktided, so I guess I still have two options, kind of. Yeah. I have 1 mana up. They can't push. So actually, yeah, we're gonna go for Wisp. Of course, it was the last days. They can't. What do you mean they can't if the Wisp results? I was gonna Wisp my Recruiter to get another Solitude. I wasn't gonna touch anything of theirs. All right. Well, triple days against my never drawing a fourth lands. I guess I technically drew 4 lands right on time. Okay. Well, let's see how long we can make it without a Bowmaster getting into their hand. While we have no way to get rid of this Nethergoyf. This sucks. Oh, okay, sure. All right, saying I want these. I am not thrilled about Magus, Lauren, Cauldre. I could take or leave. But I think I can just cut all the Thalias and that'll be good enough. Yeah, looks good to me. Get a base. Yeah, this looks great. This is DNT. It's tempo. It's not reanimator. So like, can I draw Caracas? No, I cannot. I don't think I'm gonna Wastelands. I guess I just let them attack with Tamio once, and then we'll figure out what to do next turn. Nethergoyf resolves. Oh. Well. Caracas now? No, Stoneforge. That's pretty good too. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do this now because they showed us Stifle. So. All right, cool. Easy. Sounds all right. Not amazing, but it works. Getting Thoughtseize? Sure. Solitude is the only real card you can take here, so. You could maybe take Formal Wear. Okay. I am going to play around Stifle again. They probably only have 1 or 2 in their deck, but like maybe that was supposed to get. Maybe I was supposed to maybe. Blah, blah, blah. I was thinking that I wanted to keep Strand for a Surveil land, but maybe I'm actually supposed to use Flooded Strand for plains so that I can use Vista for mountain. This is a very suspicious Scalding Tarn. I am not playing into it. They're forcing a Johnny? What? Oh my god. And they pitched a Kaito? Hello? They must have like a Murktide in their hand right now, right? No, just gonna waste my waste. All right. Yeah, like, I mean, my thought is maybe like they were just. It's gonna be an easy formal way. My only thought about the Murktide is that like we have the Solitude, which makes it weird, but also like the only reason I can imagine them forcing an Ajani with nothing else is because they just need to get spells into their yard to make a big Murktide, and maybe they have a second force to answer the one Solitude that they know about. It's my best guess. I don't know. Okay, sure. It's one of the most anticlimactic concessions I've had in a long time. Don't get me wrong. I feel very behind in their seat too. It's just like I don't think it could be nothing but lands because they had missed a land drop at some point that game, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I don't think they missed at least one land drop. I guess if it was, it makes the force on the Ajani make a little bit more sense. Scythe Cat Cub Avatar, huh? All right. I will open on basic planes. Renatus Vampiris, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. The fabled Golgari midrange. It could be. We'll see. If it is, our hand kind of sucks other than the swords, but that's all right. We have some Wrath of the Skies in the sideboard. That'll be pretty nice. Birds of Birds of Paradise. It's Maverick. It's Maverick. Birds of Paradise, 61 card deck. Absolutely Maverick. Matt's no one would sleeve up. No one would be caught dead with a Bayou in this town. The black green non-cradle deck plays birds. There's a black green non-cradle deck. I was oh, are you talking about the one that's like actual um like playing like Thoughtseize and stuff? No, it's Maverick, guys. It's Maverick. You've never seen a bio on the other side of the table. Yeah, that's fair. We are playing Bombardiers. We haven't gotten to cast one yet, but hopefully we get one this match so we can throw away these Thalias. After, oh man, after my own heart. Oh, baby. You sort of not playable legacy. You take that back. What am I doing here? I think I want to just play a Johnny and surveil. So equipped birds, notably, they can't attack with equipped birds next turn. So like we have time. And like, yeah, we plow Stone Forge and then they can just cast it next turn unless we also wasteland. And then at that point we're not really like developing our board very much. So I think I like just a Johnny and pass. Potentially can attack with this Thalia. What's the punish? I don't think there is one because they can't like. It's all of their mana to put in sword and equip it to Stoneforge to attack in the first place. And even if they do that, it's pretty bad for them because I just trump with the cat and then I'm like super ahead. So yeah, that actually is White of the Reliquary. Hey Eli, what's up? Sorry, I missed the comment. I also just want equipment that are actually equipment back so bad. This remains in the front of my box of DNT cards I can't play anymore. The auto-equip equipment they're an okay middle grounds, but like most of them really like I think my problem with the auto-equip equipment is that most of them you're still only ever equipping when you have absolutely nothing better to do. is for a Dryad Arbor. I am guessing they're trying to get a 1-drop and they forgot to pay for Thalia. Or maybe they do just legitimately want a Dryad Arbor, but that seems unlikely to me. Or I guess they shouldn't pay for the extra mana if they want to put in Sword, so I don't wanna say for sure that they made a mistake there, but who knows? Yeah, I will take another plow. I'm sort of interested in wastelanding the Dryad Arbor. Um, they sure did need to fetch before I untapped, huh? I didn't even think about that. I'm still not even sure that I would plow the Stoneforge, but it is a pretty huge tempo loss for them, so I think the value in having one fewer mana and one fewer creature that they can put a Sword of Fire and Ice onto is a good enough reason to just waste this Arbor to start. And then I'm gonna attack with my 2/1 cat. And now I just time walk them here basically. It's pretty good. Yeah. I guess maybe I was supposed to just attack all. I think the reason to not attack all is in case they're trying to ambush me with the Cauldra, which seems very unlikely, I realize, but I guess I'm plowing in response either way, so maybe it doesn't really matter. There is a Scythecat Cub. Green Sun for 1, okay. Okay. Nope. If only there was a Bombardiers. So if I wasteland them, It means they would need to draw a land and then still tap out to cast a sword. Um, but I think I'm probably getting more value out of being able to like hard cast a solitude if that's the case. Um, so maybe I'm supposed to just let them tap out this turn and then plow the Scythe Cat if that's what they're going for. Probably a free attack with that cat, maybe. I think it's pretty obvious that they just don't block, though. And there's maybe something to be said for like this still being enough of a deterrent to attacking. Okay. I just need an answer for this Birds of Paradise. Baby, let's go. Target this, sacrificing the cat. I would love to flip Maya Johnny, thank you. Yeah, it was a good turn. Unfortunately, the Sword of Fire and Ice has text against us, so we do have to be worried. That Shallow Grave, what's up? Thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? Says Yuri Steph trigger. I would say it resolves, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is lethal. This is 4 damage. This is 6 damage. Sacking Thalia is another 4. Mir, I'm sorry. This doesn't even stop lethal, right? Because I'm still getting in for 4 damage. They can't block the Bomba, so yeah. This does not even stop lethal. Yep. Cannot do that, friend. It has menace. Cool. Um, even if they could no, because the bumper can't sack itself, right? So you can deal them 2 with the token that's not attacking, but can you can only deal 6 damage if they could block it. Or oh, right, because of first strike. Sorry. Yes. Duh. How could I forget first strike? I'm stupid. Never mind. Yes. Um, get rid of these Thalias. Is even going to be? I mean, Disruptor Flute's probably worse than Thalia. Is Magus of the Moon worse than Thalia? Probably. Does step mean depth, or does step just mean Knight of the Reliquary? I can't imagine being able to fit Stoneforge Mystic and Dark Depths into the same deck. If it's like a one of, then like good for them. If it's kind of my perspective on that. I am sure that you've done it. I have no doubt. But I'm guessing it's a one of, and I shouldn't change my deck around that. I could see maybe playing one moon over the second formal wear because it is a plow matchup. So like we're gonna have fewer stuff to bring back with formal wear. I'll try that. Hand looks great. What's up, Mike? How's it going? I would love to keep. Opponent's going to 6. They're going to 5. Oh no. So you just come here to drool, just thinking about Dark Ritual? Is that you get off on this, you sick freak? If you only have Night, Gates is better than Step. That that is maybe true. I am. That's probably a good enough push towards them having Dark Depths in their deck, but I just still don't think that like 1 to 2 depths really changes that much about how I board. But I get your point. It's amazing how all the hands look equally bad. Look. Yes, that's the point. You think I don't know that? Can I get a Wastelands? No. Not another one. Mm. Do I want to surveil here? I think I don't. Because I have plenty of cards to pitch to this Solitude. If I surveil and don't hit my third land, it's just kind of a disaster. So, and sometimes you're just gaming. Do I want to get Mountain or Plains? I have like 6 red cards in my deck. But I also have way more white sources than red sources. I need a Plains. I'll just immediately draw Bomba next turn. Ooh, I can Stone Rain them. Okay, Jax. Give me one moment. God, it's so based. I'm so mad that I'm gonna have to just wrath away this Dryad Arbor. Yeah. Three mana discard a card, too true. Okay. You got it. Yeah. I mean, I think Solitude pitch a Johnny is probably just the simplest way to deal with this. And then a Stone Forge for Cauldra. Play a Johnny Pat. I mean, like, I'm stable, but it doesn't actually threaten much because they have the Caracas. So they can barely attack with this Noble as it is. Like, I think I'm more interested in casting Stone Forge if I'm casting a 2-drop. Yeah, I'm just going to cast Stone Forge. I don't even need the Solitude right now. I can just wait. I think I'm acting more scared of the Sword of Fire and Ice than I need to, just because I really want the card to be good. But it's actually doing very little. Whoa. Okay, now I have to Solitude. I'll just get rid of the Johnny. I don't think either is likely to do a whole lot. I think Wrath is better if this game somehow miraculously like gets out of hand. There we go. All right. I don't know if I have to, but my opponent's on one card. Like, I feel like I am just making the game unnecessarily more complicated if I let them attack. Oh boy. Deanna Solver it is. Oh boy, this hand kind of stinks. I'm really not sure about this one. Mistaken. What's up? Thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome everybody. We are playing some Legacy D&T. It's the only thing I do. I have one type, and it is playing Aether Vial and sometimes Thalia. Man, this hand really stinks. Yeah. How much do I just want this Vial to carry me? I'm going to try it. It sucks, but I get to play a Vial on turn 1. If I get to like cast and Vial in a Bomba on my turn 4, it's like so much damage potentially. Sometimes dream about me playing Pauper. I would never play Mono Blue Fairies for like 4 streams in a row. Ooh, Eldrazi. I think in that case, I'm going to go ahead and cast Athalia right now. All right. Can I get a land? I would really like a land, please. Yeah, let's go. All right, cool. I can get rid of one of these flesh rakers. Oh my god, Jax. What are you doing? Yeah, that's gonna resolve. At least I can always I have 2 equipment here, which will be good. I think I take a chainsaw for the other one. Yeah, I'll take a chainsaw for the other one. Yeah, always ditching Thalia. What can I say? This is probably a tough thought not to think about because every combination of cards here is kind of really scary. So, Bomba Chainsaw answers both the Eldrazi. Broadside Cauldra like kills him. Cauldra Chainsaw still kind of almost kills him. That's a good question. If there were a second thought not, it's probably Bombardiers. It's close. It's probably Bombardiers though, just because without either of the other equipment, you just have not as much stuff to throw away. The Stoneforge is easy to throw away. You have the opportunity to throw like the Bile at the Flesh Raker or something like that, but it's not totally clear to me if that's more acceptable than just like dealing with Cauldra or somehow. Because if you leave me with Cauldra, you're probably not dying this turn. Um, so you have the opportunity to draw into like Kozilek's Command. Which obviously you can have as an answer to Bomba too, but if you have 2 Bombas, then like anything I draw off the top could be just be a ton of damage. Yes, I think we can assume they do not have 2. Okay, Reality Smasher was kind of what I was guessing after all that thinking. 5, 6, 7. I go to 6. Can I just draw another Bomba? That'd be cool. I can see the reason to leave me with both equipment because it's like it plays towards me not drawing a land next turn, um, which I think is like somewhat reasonable. Like maybe that combination of cards is so good you just have to get lucky. I mean, that's one of my worst draws. Um, I think I play Chainsaw on the Fleshraker attack with Bombardiers. There's not really reason to activate Stoneforge. It might be useful to have it as a blocker. But I think the possibility of this card off the top is kind of important. Yeah, the chances are Killing the Thoughts not draws a land or a white card. There's very few cards in our deck that are neither of those. It's a bigger chance to go wrong. Yeah, and I feel like there are plenty of ways that this goes right that I think that this is what we want to do. Chainsaw the Fleshraker, attack, throw the chainsaw at the Thought Knot. Ideally draw a white card or a land. Worst case scenario, we at least should live through the turn. I was gonna say that's a really funny one to draw. um I mean, activate putting Cauldra, Fling Stoneforge onto Thought Knot Seer. Um I think there is just way too much potential risk with leaving a Fleshraker in hand. Um, because if the Fleshraker lives and they just have a Kozilek's Command in their hand now, then we die. We're just dead. So, um, I'm gonna go to 1 here. All right, cool. Phew. We have like nothing for this matchup. We have Magus of the Moon. That's basically it. Just cut a Thalia for Magus. Or I guess Lauren is probably worse than Thalia. Just by virtue of being more expensive. Formal wear is also bad, but there's only so much we can board out. They're literally dead on board if they don't have a removal spell. We're dealing them like 21 damage that turn. There's also these moms that we can't get rid of. Man, our sideboard is really not concerned about Eldrazi, is it? Sacking Kaldra for 9. You can only activate Bombardiers once. Boast is once. Yeah, if you could do this multiple this if you could use this ability more than once per turn, this card would have been banned like the second that it got printed. Yeah. No, if you could use this boast ability more than once, yeah, it would have been banned literally within 24 hours. It would have been. Oh my god. I'm having like having a panic attack over a version of the card that doesn't exist. Um yeah, I don't really see any way that we get any of our bad cards out. This hand is pretty slow on the draw. If there was a solitude or a plow in this hand, it would be like perfect. But having no turn one play feels pretty bad. I think I am going to mulligan this. Sand is both better and worse. I will keep it and put a vial back. Yeah, to be clear, I would much rather have this hand than the previous one, but it has its weaknesses. I'll leave it at that. Drawing the Ajani is pretty nice, though. Fleshraker. No, Battle Mage. Gross. D&T has no weaknesses. That's the spirit. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Battle Mage is stupid. No other card makes me more upset about Ayabugan than Wastecape Battle Mage, honestly. Winning a game naming planes with Needle playing DNC. Was it correct to do so, or was it strictly a joke? Reality Smasher. It was very game winning. Can you provide the context? I'm legitimately very curious now. I'm kind of tempted to just take 4 and flip my Ajani. And then maybe Solitude next turn. Okay, I was wondering if it was going to be a stage on planes, something like that. I didn't expect the Cataclysm to be involved there, though. I don't know if this is going to be good, but I'm going to try it. If Moto will let me. All right, cool. I would love to flip my Johnny. Let's just draw a Bomba right now. Jax, what are you doing? No, not quite. I think I'm going to recruit one, though. It's either that or I just recruit a bad card of some sort and pitch that to my Solitude now. I think that's also like totally reasonable, but I'm casting this recruiter either way, so we can think about it for a minute. Man, I have so much garbage in post board. So we could, so Stoneforge, since we drew the land, Stoneforge could get a chainsaw, which turns on the Ajani. It also sort of solves the issue of we're kind of priced into pitching the Skyclave to Solitude, the Reality Smasher, and Chainsaw is a form of removal next turn. It is kind of tempting that Stoneforge uses all of our mana pretty effectively. Yeah, we'll get Stoneforge. Oops. And yeah, I'm just going to do this now. I'm definitely doing it, so. Just another Smasher? Bummer. Oh, goodbye, Johnny. We tried. Did our best. Stoneforge can get Cauldra still, which is pretty good. Could also just draw Sword Splashers. No. Formal wear is not terrible, not great either. I think I will get Chainsaw though, because at late, well, let me think. So my main concern with Cauldra is if our Stone Forge gets like Kozilek's commanded, it's really bad. Is anything else that we can do less of a complete disaster? I guess formal wear is pretty good because we can also just throw Recruiter in front of the Reality Smasher, and that gives us a pretty good card to formal wear for. Although formal wear does also kind of play into Kozilek's commands. This is very interesting. Chainsaw has the added benefit of it will trade with Reality Smasher eventually. And we get to cast it right now. So I think I like Chainsaw. Next turn we can, or it's equip 3. So we can't equip and put Cauldra or put Yoran into our hands, but we can put Yoran into our hand next turn. Secluded Courtyard. Okay, now the lands. I'm pretty happy with that. Just keep flooding. Draw Solitude? No, Caracas. Okay, I am going to get Yorion here, and I think I'm just going to hold back everything. Just have as much blocking power as possible. What is this? This is probably a Kozilek's command. No, oh, just untapping for Monolith. Yeah, that's fine. I'm probably going to soak up 1 damage with the, I guess maybe not even. Okay, that's fine. We're probably going to end up blinking the Chainsaw anyway. But I guess if we don't have a reason to. Yeah, I just want to absorb damage. Well, okay. That might change things. I think it doesn't, though. I don't want to attack. And maybe I'm supposed to attack. I guess if the Orion resolves, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm very likely just going to recruit for Solitude Formal Wear. Or I guess, no, Solitude Sash, and I'll pitch the Sash to kill the Reality Smasher, assuming that I get to flicker both of these creatures. If I can only flicker the recruiter, I'm still probably getting solitude. If I'm only flickering the stone forge, then I'm pretty sure that I'm getting formal wear. What's up, Everin? How's it going? Thank you so much for the sub. Is flicker better if you only get recruiter? I guess it's slightly more resilient to another wasteland. Is that the idea? It would have to be a wasteland off the top, almost certainly, because he had multiple opportunities to wasteland us and only did it the last turn. It would allow us to cast Wisp on recruiter. I'm not sure, really, because unless we draw... It depends if we have more white cards or lands in our deck, because a land, if we draw a land, we would rather have Solitude. If we draw a white card, then we would still kind of rather have Solitude. So I think Solitude in hand is still probably just better, because it makes still makes any white card or land a good draw, whereas with Wisp, you kind of need to draw a white card. Otherwise, you can't actually answer the Smasher. You have to take another attack. That is the one nice thing about Solitude at 4 mana is lands and white cards become really good draws. All right, it'll resolve eventually. I think it's most likely that he just had to walk away, honestly. Or he's talking with Coin Man right now. I know they're local to each other, so. It resolved. Okay. In that case, I think we are golden. Let's get a Solitude and a Formal Wear. Or no, I meant to get a Wisp. Whoops. Or a Sash. Whoops. The third Reality Smasher, huh? Okay. Bummer. I think I'm going to double block with Yorion and Stoneforge. Yeah, Yorion Stoneforge, because that way we don't die to Dismember, and we have a 3-drop in play that we can throw at the Reality Smasher with the Bomba if um um what's it called? If it doesn't die in combat. So I think it's just this double block. Because this plays, I see how the triple block plays around Kozlik's command. I like that this also plays around Dismember, which is being cast right now. This chainsaw is huge. I could equip the chainsaw. I would honestly rather surveil here if I'm gonna spend if I'm gonna spend a life. I think I would rather try to draw a good card next turn, but we'll see. It is certainly a lot of damage I'm missing by not doing it here, but no thank you. All right, sure. This is what, 9 damage? Oh my god. So it would be lethal if I had equipped Chainsaw last turn. Hard to say for sure if that's like what I'm supposed to be doing there, but anyway, I actually forgot to run my giveaway earlier. Chat, you forgot to remind me. As a member of the Magic the Gathering Online Creator Program, our friends over at Daybreak Games give me 120 points Magic the Gathering Online play point codes to give to all y'all. Please enter this giveaway only if you are able to use them or can give them to a friend who can use them. Either of those are fine with me. Also, if you won one this month, please don't enter. But anyway, since I'm having a great time with Broadside Bombardiers tonight, the giveaway code is going to be BOMBA, B-O-M-B-A. Please type that into chat now to enter the giveaway for 120 Magic the Gathering Online play points. We'll run this for a few minutes and then we'll call it probably 5. We'll do 10, 20. Okay, how's it going, chat? Having a good time with this Bombardiers card. Coinman, were you consulting with DN Solver there? Is that why he was taking so long? There was a Yorion on the stack for like 4 minutes. I don't know if you were paying attention right now, but as I mentioned earlier, I've only played the Red Splash like once or twice before. Back in the Frog era, it didn't treat me very well, but it could have been just a me problem that I didn't stick with it longer. Having a good time now though, and it is sleeved up in my deck box right now. So next time I go to F&M, I will be playing this build. Well, very close to it anyway. The sideboard might be a couple of cards off, but oh yeah. I should put some text on the screen to make it clear what's going on. It's so big. Please be smaller than this. How about... Cool. That works. Let me make that a better color. How about... hello? There we go. There's the color. Please give me... 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. There we go. Okay, that's better. The only change we're discussing was some sort of Canis Natalia thing. Yeah, that I think that makes sense to me. It is oh. Thank you. I don't know why I put that first exclamation point in there. Sorry. Bomba, no exclamation point. There we go, chat. Thank you. Yeah, exclamation point rigged. Yeah, that makes sense. He did mention in our chat about like, is there some fucked up world where you play 4 Canonist instead of 4 Thalia because of how specifically good against show and tell Canonist is? And if most of the matchups where you want Thalia are still so polarizing anyway, you might as well go for the hammer. I think that makes a certain amount of sense. I kind of hate it, but I also get it, you know? Don't think you do it in leagues. Yeah, it depends. I have seen some people playing leagues where it feels like they are only playing against show and tell decks, but you know, obviously in this league it would have been pretty bad. So, I mean, not that Thalia has done anything either, but yeah, I think in challenges it might make sense just given how many there are. To be clear, it is Bomba, no exclamation point. I goofed when I put the message up originally. So since I goofed, we'll get 1 extra minute. We'll go to 10:21. Canniness could have been that's true. It would have been less it would have been easier to cast those plows. So it would have been not better against them, but less bad for me. So ooh, nice. I think SCG like finally announced that there's gonna be a Baltimore SCG con, but it's in like October. It sucks that they're just like completely skipping Philly this year, apparently. It's kind of a bummer. All right. Giveaway is over as of now. The winner is Mistaken. I will DM you shortly with a playpoint code. Give me 1 second. That was the last one. All right. I have just DM'd it to you on Twitch. Please let me know if for whatever reason that code doesn't work or anything. I have others that I can give out. Just confirm that you've used it and we'll be good. Oh, you only get an oversized event? That sucks. I mean, the oversized cards are cool, but like, I don't know. It was cool that when they did the Baltimore SCG Con last year, there was a 1K on Friday and a 5K on Sunday. Like that was really cool. And I imagine that's what they were going to do this year too, because like, oh, literally it's like the DMV area has so many legacy players. Fuck, bro, no. Yeah, I feel like that's been pretty common too, is that like they just have legacy events that are just so many people. Oh, okay, this is what he's doing. Okay, that's different. Well, this hand is worse. I would probably rather have Thoughtseize in this matchup than Rebs, but at least Rebs still hit Echo of Eons. We shall see. Lotus Petal into Brainstorm feels pretty good for me. Yeah, I don't know. It does suck that like they just don't do big legacy tournaments at all of their events because like there are so many people who will only play in legacy if they have a legacy event and they just like don't do it. And I know that part of it is going to be space at certain venues or whatever, but like I don't know. Throw us a bone. Like the only TO willing to support legacy, like do it with your chest, you know? Is this ritual beseech tendrils? Yeah. Big Zaxxies. Okay. So he accidentally misclicked, but I'm scooping. There's stupid. I'm not doing that. All right. So okay, we got some cards to bring in. Got plenty of cards to board out. Get rid of the chainsaws, get rid of the solitudes, get rid of the swords to plowshares. I need to board out one more card. It's going to be a 3-drop. I'm just not sure which one. I'm going to get rid of Wisp, I think. Skyclape and Wisp are both pretty bad, but like I think I would rather permanently answer a mana source. Oh yeah, no, hold on. I should have Wrath of the Skies in my deck. You're right. No, thank you. That's definitely just right. I usually bring in Wrath against Storm, or against like very artifact mana heavy Storm in particular. And sometimes, you know, the nature of Echo of Eon's decks is sometimes they just have a weird ass hand that has to go for an empty rather than for an actual kill. What's my last card? It could be Sash. It's probably just going to be Wisp though. This deck does not play artifact lands for what it's worth. It does play a lot of artifact mana, but no artifact lands. It's not the Black Saga Storm list. All right, we'll keep it. It's got Leyline at least. Leyline and a fast clock. I mean, what else can I hope for, I guess? No, this is not a Vaulted Whispers deck. It's a different LED Echo deck. All right, he mulled to 6. The more he mulligans, the better this Leyline gets because the fewer card hands really need LED Echo to get a high enough Storm count. Almost a 5. All right. Almost a 4. Oh boy. All right. Hey, nice. It's like the same hand, but better. Resolves. So I think the best thing we can draw is just a red blast. Nothing else really matters because we're just gonna Johnny into Bomba. I'm imagining a world where he is like agonizing over this because it's like the top card is like the Song of Creation that he like needs in his deck but really doesn't want to draw. That's what's happening in my head at least. Oh, I guess we are not a Johnnying. All right, let's surveil for a Johnny or even better, Athalia. Not another land. We don't need that. All right, that's pretty funny. Burning Wish? Yeah, okay. I'm guessing this is going to be for an answer for the ley line. It could be something totally different. Not just for a Beseech. Okay. No, thank you. Oh. I think Wasteland is better than attacking for 2 here. I think I want to waste the Undercity Sewers over the Badlands. Yeah. Beseech for Song. If we had a Pyroblast here, it would be sick. Oh my god. What did he discard? Oh, Beseech Echo. Yeah, okay. You're cooked. She forgot I had it in my hand. Oh, man. All right, let's see if we can trophy. Yeah, the 3-2 is, in fact, dead. I mean, when we knew what his whole hand was, he literally had a Boseiju in his hand that he could have used on the ley line. The problem was that he didn't have any action other than the Burning Wish. So he could answer the ley line and then do nothing. Um, because notably, he would have to use a Lotus Petal to use the Boseiju because that was his only green source at that point. So five prediction. I should start doing more predictions, but I haven't done one in a while. So I'll do some. I'll do some next time. I don't have the. I just don't even have the the screen up that lets me do it right now. So I played against Blue Black Tempo, Maverick, and Eldrazi. This is another Blue Black player, I think. No, this person has been playing Blue Black Omni. Well, that's a hand. Lots of 3-drops. We do have a Lauren in our hand, though. I think I'm thinking about this on the draws, especially because it's probably going to be pretty low cost to surveil. I'm going to try it. It's very, very bold. If I didn't have a very strong suspicion of what my opponent was on, I would absolutely mulligan this. But this person has like almost exclusively been playing Blue Black Omniscience. And see, we never didn't have it. Easy. Not brave, skill issue. Force of will, pitching ponder on my mom. Deal. I forgot the part where this was in an Entomb deck also. It's like half Reanimator, half Omniscient, something like that. We'll get to see more of their deck right here. So, Tameo, Drown in the Lock. All right, guys are playing something different. Or they just didn't reveal a show until. So Days, Underground Sea, Thoughtseize, Tameo. There's the Thoughtseize, Underground Sea. It's Days, Tameo, the last cards. There we go. Of course I draw another 3-drop. This deck has so many 3-drops in it. Oh yeah, okay, we're cooked. We tried, chat. Sorry, I won't put that on you. I tried. You all warned me and I didn't listen. This is a Bowmaster in hand, I assume. Really not the right land on top. Yeah. All right. We'll go to the next one. What else am I boarding out here? Probably don't want too many Skyclaves, especially because I'm bringing in Pyroblasts. Cut moms, maybe? I don't have to cut all the moms. Maybe I cut all the moms and keep in one Skyclave as a recruiter target, maybe? There's probably going to be some Barrowglyphs over there, too, if I had to guess. I think this will work, though. Yeah, we'll try it. I mean, I could get Entombed, but we can also just try being proactive and seeing what happens. I'll represent a Pyroblast. No, I'm just gonna Johnny. Force pitch Brazen Bar. Okay. Really likes forcing my first creature. I guess if they, yeah, I'm just gonna. I was maybe gonna Wasteland if they had Entombed for something, but I think when they don't, I should just let this happen. Is this Barrowglyph? It sure is. Okay. Do you have another? Oh, well, that's interesting. Do you have another Force of Will? You don't. All right, sick. Should just attack with this, right? Because if I attack with the Cat Warrior, that's just free damage or free lifelink for them, basically. Sorry, but Goyf is going to go away. I'm also going to Wasteland because I'm pretty ahead at this point, so... Next turn will probably be Stoneforge for Sash. Stoneforge for Sash is probably the strongest argument to not wasteland, but I think I mostly just want to get through this turn. And then if wastelanding keeps him off of like potentially cantripping into Entomb into Reanimate or whatever. You could definitely convince me that I'm supposed to just have a mana up so I can Stoneforge for Sash though. And have Sash mana up is the important detail. Okay, well now we have Containment Priest, so it's all fine. All right, I will cast Stoneforge. Get a Lion Sash. Activate a Johnny. Petty Theft. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to flash and Containment Priest. I'm going to do... Oh, well, I should let that resolve, and then I'll flash and Containment Priest. I'm going to do it now because I don't want to give them the opportunity to top deck a Forcer Days. Sick. All right. I think we're leaving this as is. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny does a lot when you have a red permanent in play, that's for sure. This hand stinks. This hand is pretty nice. I'm going to keep this. Do I put back a land or do I put back like a bad Thalia? I think I want to put back the Thalia. Because we, like, again, this deck is so heavy on 3-drops. We boarded out some of them, but one argument for tossing back a land is that we are on the draw. We have time to find another one. But I think one of the other problems is that I don't even really want to cast this Thalia for a while because I feel like the main thing we're going to need to do is hold up Pyroblast for like a Brazen Borrower on the ley line of the Void, and the more that Thalia is in play, the harder that is to do. So I think I like actually just am never going to even want to cast this Thalia here. Maybe we'll just get Thoughtseize and none of it'll matter, but hey, doing what I can. Yep. Damn it. Drawn a lot of duplicate ley lines now that I can't cast them. No, thank you. I mean, yeah. Kept it on top. It's probably a Barrogoyf if I had to guess, unfortunately. It's only a 2/3. Could be a lot worse. That was a Bowmasters they got? Yeah. Just milling so many lands with my surveils. They hit two Bowmasters off of 2 cards twice? Or they hit Bowman. What I said didn't make sense, but you know what I'm exclaiming. It's okay. That's supposed to get a mountain. Oh well, doesn't really matter. Okay, recruiter. That's something. Say hard cast Force of Will, maybe. Drown in the lock. That's probably worth pyroblasting. I think I'm just going to get a Skyclave. I could get a Solitude, but I don't like that Solitude is so dazeable. Yeah, I'm going to get a Skyclave. And now they're probably going to Petty Theft and we're going to die. No. Okay, that one at least missed. No, where's our Flicker Wisp? This feels real bad. I think we're just going to be cooked here. They barely even have to like entomb us. If they entomb us, I'm almost more happy. If they mill and entomb, that can't be good. Yeah. Fatal Push almost made me want to Skyclave my own recruiter so that I got the token from it. I'm just going to cast this because I need to block something. Might as well do it before they have an onboard answer for it. Okay. Or before they can like draw into a counterspell or something. And now they have Bowmasters and we are dead. Unfortunate end to the league, but I have a much harder time playing against Reanimator with red than I do black because I'm used to casting Thoughtseize against them. Alas. Great league overall. Had a lot of fun. Activated Bombardier quite a bit. Cards messed up. Mardu, yeah. Hey, I splashed Magus in black. It wasn't I like never cast it, but I did do it once. Um, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm probably gonna switch back to black next time. I was just kind of inspired because there's been some movement in the red build since Jamie won or got the made it to the finals in the Saturday challenge this past weekend. I want to get back to black because I really need want to sort of finalize a sideboard for post ban era because I haven't updated since then because there's just been kind of waiting for things to shake out. But I think I'm feeling close to a build that I'm happy with, so I think that'll be the focus for Sunday. But yeah, had a good time. Can't wait to play this in paper. But I think that's going to be it for us. I don't want to hang out too much longer because I got to get to bed. So I think it's only fair that we reward Harain for gifting us gifting us that round 4 win and throw a raid his way. Thank you everybody for hanging out. If you're new to the stream, I play DNC all the time. It's my favorite deck in the whole wide world. I play on Thursdays and Saturdays, starting around 8:30 to 8:45 Eastern. I usually play the black splash. Just happened to play the red splash today. Had a good time. Follow me on Blue Sky, Twitch, YouTube, all those places. If you missed any of this stream, it will be uploaded as a VOD to YouTube overnight. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say hello to Harain and have a good night. I said